Hi everyone, it's me, Weezy. I'm here with Moshville Times and I'm delighted to be joined by Steve Smith. Hello, welcome, Steve.
Hi, how are you? Thank you.
I'm very good. I'm very good. It's so good to see you. I'm sorry, I have
Got
to
my little got
acknowledge.
my little one in the background too,
Who
so
is
she'll
that?
probably show her face a little bit here and there.
Oh,
Her name is Xena, and she's kind of my late wife's legacy.
oh,
But
she is
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, she's cute. She's a little hungry, so she's trying to eat a towel currently. But we'll figure that one out.
Yeah, this could be a fun interview featuring Zena. I love it.
Yeah, you say hi, Xena. Yeah, okay.
She's lovely. So
Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview with myself, Steve. I'm delighted to have you join us.
It's great to be here. Thank you very much. It's great to
You're
be
so
here.
welcome. So you're touring soon with One Machine. You're covering Bristol, Ipswich, and of course Glasgow. Woohoo!
Yeah,
Um,
excellent.
how are you feeling about the tour?
Really good. I'll be honest. My heart is with everyone in Glasgow right now. That was really terrible what happened on Sunday.
Yeah,
We all saw that coming out of rehearsal, and we were like, "Are they okay? Are we going to have a show?" Because the venue audio is on the opposite side, and
yeah.
luckily they were spared. So the show's still on. That's good. It's good to know. I was talking to Mark, the owner, and he said everything was still a go. So we're still on, and yeah, looking forward to it. Definitely, that's going to be a fun one. We have not been back to Glasgow in, I want to say, close to 10 years, easily.
Yeah, well, we're
Yeah, so
glad to
it's
have
been
you
a
back.
long time away. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're stoked to be back. Definitely. Been kind of building up, taking it easy as we go. We have a new singer with us, Tazos, I should say his name right, Tazos Lazaris, and Taz is from Greece originally, and was living in London at the time we joined the band, and then he ended up moving back to Greece just last year. So he's kind of like me. We're both commuters, I guess you could say. I'm coming in from California these days, so it's a little bit of trekking. Trying to work on that to get a little bit closer here.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But we're ready. We're really stoked about this. We've had the same lineup from about 10 years ago, actually, with Matt Cherry on drums, Stefano Savatico on bass, myself and Jamie Hunt on guitars, and now we have Tazos as our new lead singer. And we did one UK performance. I mean, it was Bloodstock.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. I mean, we opened the main stage on Sunday. Actually, we didn't open; we were second on the bill, but it felt like opening because we were up early. We're like, oh my god, wake up,
Yeah.
get live. Let's go
That's
and do it.
amazing. Now, we're obviously going to talk about the band One Machine, but I do have to acknowledge that you have an extensive wealth of talent as you've been featured in other bands such as
Thank you.
Forbidden, Nevermore, and Testament. So, my first question, Steve, for you is with One Machine, how does this band represent you creatively compared to the other bands that you've played in?
I think in terms of what my influences have been over time, and the way that I found myself into those bands, it's some people would go, well, it's just going to sound like one of those bands, but to me, it's not. It's I've always been this guy that, like, when I songwrite, I tend to fuse a lot of that stuff together,
Hmm.
and that's just the way it comes out. So it's heavy, like as heavy as we can get it. Definitely like thrash. We've got a bass player that loves death metal, so we
Yeah.
gotta kind of get that urge satisfied in there. And then actually the drummer too. He's heavily into pretty much death and black metal. I mean, like more extreme stuff that has blast beats and things like that. So we've kind of been working on trying to bring that stuff in. Then on the other hand, we've got a singer who is far more melodic than most anyone. anyone in the band is, and it's kind of a cool juxtaposition. But for me, that's home. I love all that stuff, and I love to try to put everything together into a song, but not make it sound like it's purposely being put together. And in turn, I think I draw on influences that are probably outside of the bands I even worked with to get there. Bands as diverse. I mean, old school bands. We're talking like old school to newer connections, like Queen and Muse. I guess I would kind of draw from those bands. And if you look at Muse, what they're kind of doing is similar to that, but they're a bit more on the poppy side of things and perfection and all that kind of stuff. And we're more jagged edge metal. I mean, we're all the way metal,
Yeah.
but it's kind of putting like a bit of punk aesthetic in there, but with more of the thrash metal kind of backing behind it, and then big '80s anthemic choruses. That's a love of mine. Definitely something you can sing along to. I mean, if even the melodies, I wanted to be sing-alongs as well too. When we first started the band, it was more like we were kind of trying to fit in like a death metal kind of vocal in there too, somehow, or just like a something that met what we were feeling, like rage and things like that, and just being able to express that, and to the best of every singer's ability that they could do, they would draw from that
Yeah.
previously on previous records. So yeah, it's no different with Tazos as well too. So.
Yeah. And this may be a similar answer. So my next question was about, One Machine. It's been a long journey since the debut of The Distortion of Lies and The Overdriven Truth. Where do you feel like there's been like an evolvement compared to where your sound is now?
I think so, yeah, because it's kind of a weird, it's I guess a weird thing to say, but I mean, I do tend to go back and I'll listen to like what we've done most recently, like our new album that we're still waiting to get out there, but going back to the Distortion of Lies and the Overdriven Truth, and then the Final Call. And then this one, and it's kind of like there's a growth thing, but yet we're also looking back and noticing that there's still a sound that matches quite a bit. Sorry, I just gotta look at what.
No, no, it's okay.
I'm like, what is she getting up to? She loves my socks for some reason. And yeah,
She's eating your socks.
yeah, she's just found them now, so she's having a game with them. But yeah, I tend to look back to that first album, and that was like that was kind of our blueprint, but we weren't getting to that point yet to where we could actually get it happening. The second record, The Final Call, I felt like we really hit the mark. I put us in a studio, a friend's studio for about 10 days straight, and we did 12 to 16-hour days, maybe even longer at times. Very little sleep. They all hated me after that, but we got what I felt like was a great record because we were able to work on it somewhat together, but also we wrote that album in the studio. So we were developing those songs as we went in. We had the skeleton, if you will, of the song. Chris Hawkins, our former singer, had a melody in mind, or I had a melody in mind, or someone just kind of had something going on. They're like, "Hey, what about this?" And we just went with that and just boom, in 10 days we put that whole thing together. So it's an average of a song a day, but it took like an entire day. Get
Yeah.
4 hours of sleep or 5 hours of sleep, wake up, hit it again. And for our drummer, it was very, very demanding for him. And yeah, that unfortunately he was with us for about 2 years at that time, and unfortunately he left the band
Oh, because of lack of
after that.
sleep.
I think he might have hated me after that a lot, but no, we've since made up and gotten along and all that stuff, and yeah, he's doing quite well. So yeah,
Oh.
he's good.
And talking about the band, it's
Yeah.
always been like an international sort of band with
Yes.
everyone together. What are the advantages and maybe some challenges of working with people from different backgrounds, different nationalities, etc., like that?
Yeah. I mean, cultural differences or anything like that, we don't really see it. I mean, it's all metal, when it comes down to it, and it's a love that we share of pretty much all things metal, but I mean, everyone has their preferences and their loves for this and that, and that's where you gotta, kind of meet in the middle and go, okay, I see, what he sees or what he sees as like their favorite, and this is the reason why, and that's kind of where I think we have that togetherness on that, and four of us have been together for like 10 years, through thick and thin, even when the band was on ice for a little while due to just a number of circumstances. We didn't have a singer. We were looking for a singer. Then COVID. Prior to that, my wife was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So we had a lot of stuff that just took precedent.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, but we all stuck it out, and it's that gelling and I think togetherness that we find ourselves able to do that with. The challenges are definitely traveling
Yeah.
to move here, but that aside, I mean it's not that difficult. I've got a route that I kind of know I can do pretty consistently, and it doesn't take that much time to do. Um, there's a thing I have to do with her as well to get into the UK, so I have to basically do it outside of the country. So I tend to fly into France and then connect by renting a car there and driving in, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "What, dude? Why do you do that?" And I'm like, "I like it. I
And
love the
it's
drive."
Zena. We've got to. It's
Yeah,
Zena.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. So, I mean, she's with me for life. She's actually my registered service dog as well too.
Oh,
So that's
love
yeah,
that.
that's another reason why yeah, we will be inseparable pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And
but yeah, for us, I mean, it's the traveling thing is probably the biggest challenge. Tassos is now in Greece, but that's not too bad. That's a couple hours away. It's
yeah.
not far.
Yeah.
So when we need to and when we can, it just takes planning. That's the main thing. So
Yeah. And with the band members, here's a fun question for you. So,
sure.
um, I made my first battle jacket last year.
Yeah.
So, if you were to pick the main sort of back patch with a band and give it to each member, who would you give what band to?
Oh, right. Okay. So like, let me see. Ooh, I don't want to be the wrong. I don't want to pick the wrong ones.
Yeah.
What could I do? Oh man, those guys could actually, yeah. Dimmu Borgir, would probably go to Stefano, and maybe Matt too. Matt's kind of he's a bit of a mix of things. Our drummer, he's I mean, if there were a Deep Purple patch happening, I would definitely give him that because Ian Pace is his absolute hero,
Yeah.
and he would definitely love that. And that's a common ground thing. I mean, I love Blackmore, I love Ian Gillan, I love the whole band. Actually, I mean, it's a great band. I've never considered those guys metal, but
Yeah. That's
there are people
cool.
that do. I mean,
Yeah.
if you ask me, they set up the rock and roll landscape for metal. Definitely, they help shape it. But I think also people have kind of taken this and that from them and
Mhm.
put it into their own thing and made it a bit more metal, perhaps, than
Yeah.
what they did. But yeah, I mean, as compared to say like Black Sabbath or something. If I go to Jamie, I would probably this would be a weird one, but he's a bit more prog. So Dream Theater.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd probably say Dream Theater would be his thing. And don't kill me, Jamie. Probably them. And on the other side of that too, we were talking about this recently, but I mean, if we go way back, Pantera would definitely be another one for him. And kind of in between there, Children of Bodom.
Yeah.
I think 'cause he's a big Alexi fan, definitely. So there's kind of a yeah bit of I mean it's across the landscape, but yeah, a bit more prog leanings I think with some of those bands,
Yeah. Oh, cool.
as opposed to I mean like Children I think was always kind of in between that a little bit,
Yeah.
but still had that edge as well. So
Oh, nice. Nice.
yeah,
Love it.
yeah. And for myself, God, I don't know. I mean I'm old school, but geez. I don't want to date myself too hard, but I mean, if you give me a Metallica or Megadeth, that would definitely do it.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely, I would have a soft spot for a Testament patch. Come here,
Yeah.
Zena.
Yeah.
Maybe a Nevermore one. Actually, I got one that somebody made. It was a custom
Oh, wow.
this Godless Endeavor era. It was the back photo, band photo that they had turned into an embroidered patch. And I
Amazing.
was blown away. I was like, dude, that's incredible. Uh, we played with Forbidden. We played Hell's Heroes a couple years ago, and this guy walked up and handed that to me. I think we were actually in touch about it before, but I'll never forget that because I was just like, wow, this is
Yeah.
incredible. I've never seen anything like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, for the time served, I mean, yeah, I'll put it on my back, sure.
Yeah. I love
But
it.
actually, what I'd really like is a one machine patch. And speaking of, we're hoping we're going like this. We're going like this. We're knocking on wood. We're hoping that that we get our patches in because they're coming over from Germany. We were trying frantically to get this to happen fast.
Yeah.
So we're hoping by Friday we see those, and if not, then definitely by Saturday. Because we're gonna kind of be crisscrossing the same area that we can pick them up from. So we're like, come
Yeah.
on, DHL.
Yeah. But worst
It's a
case scenario, people can go online and purchase them online for their battle
yes,
jackets.
absolutely, yeah, yeah. It's with artworks .de. It's art hyphen WORX .de, and we have links directly on our link tree that you can find. And also, we did a post about it too when we first heard about those.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
you
they're
can
out there. They're available.
awesome.
Yeah.
So, Steve, when I listen to you play guitar, it makes me wish I could play so bad. I have the gift of the gab and talking. I do not have the gift of guitar playing.
Oh
However,
man.
tell me your story. So, when did you first learn guitar? What made you think I'm going to play?
Yeah. I it's kind of a weird thing. I didn't know what it was that I was actually hearing, but I was trying to sing it, and it was heard on the radio. My family we were all driving somewhere, and I think for my sister they put on the AM radio, and it was an old Bay Area radio station, AM radio called KFRC, and they were playing "We Will Rock You," and it was the
Right?
end guitar part. And I didn't know what it was, and I started humming that. And I think it was my mom went, "What are you doing?" Well, I'm trying to get that sound. I don't know what that is, and she, wasn't telling me what it was at the time. And a couple of years later, it happened to be that a neighbor friend of mine was getting into guitar, and he had a buddy next door to him. I think it was like a preacher's son, is what it was, so the rebel, and he had this huge, thick collection of albums. So he would put them on, and my buddy would try to figure out what was going on there. One of them happened to be AC/DC Back in Black, the title
Right.
track, and that was what got me started. So I actually heard that, and I could figure out, okay, that was the E that I heard, the E string, and I
Wow.
wasn't connecting chords. I was just connecting the notes, and then just on that string, I found the next note. Didn't know what it was. It was a D note, and then I kind of hunted and pecked until I found the A. I'm like, that sounds like it. Okay, and it kind of started like that. So I guess I kind of I was matching by ear, and then my ear became a lot sharper, a lot more attuned to what was going on over time. But I started out that way. I started out, just by listening and trying to figure stuff out, like where stuff was. I had to learn how to tune a guitar to first to know. I got lessons, and I stuck with the same guy for quite a while, just like a sponge, trying to absorb everything I could. And it just kind of kicked off that way. About a year or so into it, I found my mother had played electric guitar before. She still had it. It was in the closet, along with an old amp, Fender Champ, which was pre-CBS 1957, and an old Dan Electro guitar, original Dan Electro. And that piqued my curiosity to no end. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's this? And that kind of got me into electric. So I started on acoustic, and then I went over to electric, and it was just a blast, trying to figure out, how did they get that distorted sound? Oh, well, hang on. If I turn it all the way up, yeah, it'll make that sound, but then I pissed off everybody in the general vicinity. So that didn't work too well. And then we discovered, oh, amps make actual distortion if you if you buy one with it in there. So needless to say, that whole gear acquisition syndrome, as they call it, is real, and that started probably from there.
Oh,
And I got in, and I love the sound. I love playing,
yeah,
and more so nowadays. I mean, I love creating. I love writing songs. I have a lot of stuff so just jumbled in my head. Stuff I've laid down over time, over the years that I haven't even really developed yet. But there's new one machine music in there. There's stuff that is not going to fit the band at all. That's more like a solo record kind of thing that I have planned as well in the near future. And just a lot of different stuff that I want to do. That it all does stem from guitar,
yeah.
and where it began. I can kind of play this, play that a little bit here and there. I mean, I write stuff better than I can play it, like drums or keyboards. And I think other people can sing better than me, so I leave that to them. But I definitely can sing like melodies and things like that. And I do. We all do background singing when we can for the band as well too. Yeah, me and Jamie are primarily like second and third harmony kind of singers. He gets all the high stuff though. So.
Yeah. And like after decades in the metal music scene, what is it that still excites you about writing music? Because you've shared there that you've got a lot of different ideas. So what is it that still excites you about writing your own stuff?
I think it's just that because it's something that I want to express. I want to get that out there, and in turn, I mean, it's not only me. I mean, it's the way that we wrote this latest record. We ended up doing four original songs and three covers. And originally, this was going to be an EP that we had as kind of an interim thing in between albums. It was going to be released a handful of years ago, but then we put it on ice when our singer left, and we were kind of going, okay, well, we got to find another one. And we had a few people in and out of the band, things like that, but it just wasn't gelling in terms of development. So for that, sorry, before I completely lose the point, because I do tend to tangent a little
No,
bit.
no.
Um, uh, sorry, you were asking.
Just what still excites you about
Yeah,
writing
what
music
still excites
still,
me? Practically everything. But yeah, this
Yeah.
this whole thing is just it's the sheer love of it. It's the need to kind of get what's in my mind out of my mind to share it with people. And it's not just me, like I said, it's the band. The band is also putting into this as well too. And this latest record we actually recorded live as well as the final call. So that was one of the things that. I still love doing that, and the guys around me to, the next record has to be a bit more constructed, kind of thing, and I get it, but I like to track stuff live because my favorite albums are actually, bands in a studio. They did two or three takes, and that was it,
Yeah.
and then maybe some overdubs and things like that, and that's kind of the way that we've always been intending to do it. The first record didn't turn out like that because there was a lot of distance between different members. We had two guys in Denmark, a guy in Sardinia, and then two of us in England. So it was
Yeah.
putting everyone together in a room, getting us together to write and then to record. Everyone chose to record at home for that one. The final call, we were more cohesive as a unit. We had three guys from England in the band, myself being here at the time, and actually four. What am I saying? Yeah, four guys in the band, and then our drummer was in Sardinia, second drummer in Sardinia. They have a lot of talent there,
Yeah.
and yeah, that worked only because we were able to just put everybody in. And then this one, we did this. I think we did this in like 4 days.
Wow.
I think it was, yeah. And then overdose, we kind of took our time with that because we wanted to make sure that everything was there. And yeah, kind of where it and once we found Tazos, we ended up really developing the songs a lot more and recording him to that. So those were the overdubs. But yeah,
Nice. And
yeah.
you were
So that's the
saying,
love I have. I think definitely. Yeah, it's
yeah,
that and getting reactions. Do they like it? Do they not like it?
yeah.
That kind of thing.
So, this next question, you're probably going to answer it, and I am not going to have a clue what you're talking about. However, I feel it's important to ask because I know a lot of metal fans appreciate talking all things sort of gear and amps and guitar. And I know
Sure.
you had mentioned, that you found your mum's guitar, electric guitar, and the amp. So, is there a certain like gear that you have that's sort of central to your sound, or a guitar that's like,
Sure.
yeah?
Yeah. Do you want me to show you?
I would love that.
Yeah, give me one quick second. Let me make sure
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, this is funny.
And we've got Zena. This is the best
Yeah,
interview ever.
chill. She's chilling out over there.
I love
Let's
it.
see if I can work this out. I'll tell you the number one
I'm so excited.
these days is this one. Yeah.
Awesome.
This is my signature guitar from years gone by, but and also this one has to go back to the factory. It's got a little damage going on there, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, this is definitely my probably my biggest love. Yeah, it's a 7 string DC Rich bitch, and it's got the Widow headstock on it. And this was kind of my design. Not I didn't invent this. I didn't invent this. Certainly not. This was Neil Moser, and this was also Neil Moser, but in conjunction with Blackie Lawless. From Wasp. Blackie had the design for that a long time ago for his Warlock bass. So that was like it was called the Widow headstock, and at the time this was like 1998. I was in the band Vicious Rumors, and I was in close contact with those guys. They were building me handmade customs that were straight from the LA shop, and my rep at the time, he asked me, so, what do you want? I said, well, ideal. I'd like a blood red bitch with black stringers, and I want to wear a headstock. He's like, well, we can't put those two together. I'm like, well, why not? I want
Yeah.
it. So after a little bit of haggling and back and forth, we finally got it. And then years later, they asked me, yeah, that was '98, so 2008 rolled around, and they were like, we're gonna build you a signature guitar. I'm like, oh, okay. And they said, what do you want? And I said, well, this and this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're like, it was the back and forth thing. And I think there's some stuff with patents and whatnot and blah blah blah. But I love the look of it because it's you get these points in the end, you get the points up here, and then when you get down here, it's kind of meeting that in the middle. So I feel like it's a good fit. It's to me it's the best fit between probably between any of their shapes. I always felt like that actually fit quite a bit, quite well. And other stuff that they have, and I've got another one with me too that I'll be playing. I have to do a little bit of work on it, but this is yeah,
Wow.
this is a Widow, or sorry, Warlock. What am I saying? This is a Warlock 7, and it's one of their newer ones. I think this is this the Legacy? No, it's the Extreme series. So it's
Nice.
got an upside down headstock, which is kind of unique. So everything's backwards on it, and Floyd Rose, and I put some different EMGs to what I have in that one. Uh, the signature has 66 7 and 57 7 in there, and then these are what they call Fat 55s, and it's a different sound. It's a bit more classic kind of sound. So like older I want to say like 70s era bands would play through like hotter pickups, and it would just create a certain distortion sound, or even early 80s like John Sykes. That's a guy I can reference for tone that I think everybody, whether they liked the band or not, or whether they liked what he did, will always go, that dude's tone is just like, what what happened there. It's brutal. I mean, through Thin Lizzy into Whitesnake, and what he did with the Blue Murder Band, which I wasn't terribly fond of with that, I'll be honest. But it's grown on me in recent years. But just that tone is so consistent. It's just like everyone knows the 1987 record
Yeah.
from Whitesnake, and that's the tone. So
Yeah.
I always try to get something like that. Those pickups can do that. The ones on this guitar can too, but it's a different kind of a different texture and
Yeah.
things like that. So
That's
yeah,
amazing. Thank you for showing me. Like
yeah, of
that's
course. They're right here. I'm
so
like, yeah,
cool.
I got to show
Yeah.
them off.
Oh, and I was
Definitely.
thinking you're going to answer something that I'm going to be clueless, but
No, no,
I
no.
loved
For
that.
me, it's BC Rich all the way, definitely. I've been playing BC Rich since I was a kid. I mean, practically that wasn't my first guitar when I was a kid, but it was next to it. I think it was like my second electric guitar. The first one I got was the first one I ever I want to say borrowed until my mother said you can have it was my mother's guitar. So that was my first electric.
Yeah.
And second one I bought with paper out money, and
Oh,
that was an Ibanez. It wasn't a Roadstar. It was like a pre-Roadstar Stratocaster style, very thick guitar, and it felt really good. I did so much like work on that thing that I kind of just took it out of commission a little bit, so it's resting comfortably. But from there, the next one I got was a BC Rich. So I again paper out and working a little bit of day jobs,
yeah.
and ended up getting that, and it was a BC Rich Mockingbird 1984 85 NJ series Mockingbird, and that thing I did a lot of customizing things like that as guitar players do. Want different pickups, different this, different that. Probably stupidly, I put about two different tremolos in there that never should have been in there, and it lost a bit of wood and
Oh,
things like that. But it lasted about a tour, I think, with Vicious Rumors 30 years ago, and then I ended up retiring it not long after that because it just couldn't take the rigors. So,
yeah. Yeah. Steve, listen, I could probably talk to you all day. This
oh, I
is
could talk all day and night about
this
gear. Yeah,
honestly, this
definitely.
has been such a fantastic interview. I want to quickly
Thanks.
ask one final question. Um,
Sure.
I go by the nickname Sunshine Wheezy because I really love
Yeah.
to spread sunshine wherever I go. Um, so, Steve, in the world that we live in, it can be challenging at times. If you could give your fans one piece of advice or encouragement, what would it be?
I mean, our lyrics are sometimes not the most positive, but we do try to reach for that, and I would say try to. This is probably a cliche saying, but remember the dark always has edges of twilight. That's probably the best way I can say
Love
that.
that.
And yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that's what I want to say to everybody out
Yeah,
there.
I love
Awesome.
that. I love that, Steve. Well, listen, it's been my absolute honor to chat with you, Steve.
Thank you. You
Honestly,
too.
thank you
Definitely.
so much and good luck with the tour.
I
Um,
appreciate it.
I'm
Definitely.
sure Glasgow is ready to welcome you back after 10 long years. Um,
Yes, we
so
miss you guys. We want to
make
get up
sure
there.
it's not another 10 after that.
We will not. We will be up there as much as we possibly can from here on out. We're getting that record out definitely very soon.
Absolutely. And big love to Zena as well.
Yeah. She's over there. I don't know if you can see her now, but she's kind of
She's
sleeping
just
a little bit.
chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, she's over there
Oh.
hanging out.
Well, listen, thanks again, Steve. It's been
Of
a
course.
total honor to chat with you and all the
Me
best.
too. Thank you. You too. All the best.
Thank you, Steve.
Cheers.
Take care.
All
Bye.
right. You take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This episode is copyright The Moshful Times, introductory music by Elliot Alderman Broom, and any music used throughout the episode is copyright to the original performers and creators.